Well, hello and welcome back to the Dev Zone. My name is Nightmare Dev Zone, and we are back in Warframe. I got some new things to tell you guys. One, you know how everybody loves certain animes and all that, and we all wish that they make certain seasons of it. We wish that they never end and all that, which animes do end after a certain while, or sometimes when somebody does make a new season, then they fucking change up the fucking percentage and it fucks up the whole story. Like, what I like about anime, like, I'm a true anime fan, but I don't remember the characters' names half the time for some reason. Unless if it's of one of my favorite animes. To explain, why do I have trouble remembering? It's called I have a memory issue. Not with stuff what I'm focused on. If I'm focused on couple things. My mind is filled up towards the brink where I cannot remember shit anymore. Seriously, with all my ideas of creations, I could outsmart a fucking scientist if I wanted to. But to say, I've been realizing that people out there have been saying, they won't, like, is there gonna be a season 2 of like, No Life, No Game or something? I don't fucking remember the name, sorry. I just got done watching it, No Life, No Game. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe. If I got it wrong, then I will feel ashamed of myself. I don't remember the characters' names half the time, because I don't try to remember all the characters' names, because I got so much other stuff to rely on. I'm a big fan of anime, and I know it feels like that I should be remembering the names more often than other things, but the things what I have to rely on mostly is certain things that I remember, including I have all my secrets I must have to remember to not spill out. So, to say, I plan to become a video game designer and an anime designer, I've already said that. But, to say, the reason why I'm becoming this, I said it's mostly just to make anime videos and video games for you guys out there. But when I make this, I'm not going to have a company telling me when do I have to make it, what do I have to do, and all that, because I will not follow them. I have my own artist ideas, and by making this stuff of anime, like, I'm not good at drawing anime, I'm not good at drawing 3D work, I'm only good at drawing certain things, but on computer I can do it very well. But on paper I fucking suck. To say another thing, of all the ideas going through my head, I could explain a whole fucking simple body form of one of the characters and it'll be very fucking detailed. Like, one of the animes I'm coming up with is actually a very good one. I would probably recommend buying the living fuck out of this anime when I do make it. Because how I've been focusing on the story, I think I fell in love with my own anime creation, what hasn't even been created yet, by just thinking of it. And for some reason, I just did. It has evolved with darkness and light mostly. That's what a lot of animes evolve with, but this one evolves a little bit differently, including there is a darkness what is not on anybody else's side, who awakens and wants revenge because somebody has tarnished his name. To explain, I'm not going to explain anything about this anime because I don't want fucking people ripping me off. This one I do not have a contract with any, so I cannot sue the person who copies my idea. But I'm not going to explain the details and all that because I don't want somebody fucking being a jackass out there and just copying it just to get money. I'm making the anime because I want to make something with my hands. I want to do stuff like that. I have always these ideas to make machines and all that. I have always these ideas to make video games and anime. It just comes naturally, and to explain it, I don't need a blueprint to make stuff. I don't. I don't need a lot of materials. If I was to explain to somebody, I don't think how I would explain of machines I could probably make. All the other stuff, I could probably make over a shitload of different types of stuff, and I'm glad that I have all that ideas and all that, but I suck at drawing, and it's kind of frustrating to keep all that in my mind, and I don't have a computer with me to be able to draw on the computer, so I'm gonna get a tutor for drawing, just to let everybody know. But when I start making anime videos and all that, and start making video games, I'll let you guys know with another YouTube video of me drinking some vodka and just start saying, get ready to party, you guys, because I'm gonna start making video games for all of you guys. I'm gonna start making anime for all of you guys. And I just love how the stories are in the anime. Ever since I was a kid, I watched anime. The first anime I've ever watched, what got me started, was Naruto. And that was a work of masterpiece, I gotta say right there. Then I started watching Bleach, One Piece, and all that, and, you know, Soul Eater, and different types of anime, like Van Helsing, High School of the Dead, No Game, No Life, all the other Naruto series I've seen and all that, and I've seen a lot of the other things as well. I've seen One Piece, Bleach, Blue Exorcist, all different types of animes. I could not name off a number because a lot of the animes I don't even remember anymore because it's been a long time. I've watched a lot of them. And I've actually watched a lot of animes, and I guess I consider it as, like, watching it as a tradition now, I guess, for me. Because, like, I watch it non-stop. And I just like it. No, I don't buy all that anime stuff. I plan to buy some anime stuff and all that. Just to use and all that, but I'm not that much of a big person who just buys all the stuff for anime. I'm not like that. I just a fan. And I want to make it. Because it just seems interesting. And the anime I've already thought of, I've fallen in love with it completely, and it's awesome. I've actually thought of over probably right now, of the animes I've already thought of, to say, of all the ideas of anime episodes I've actually thought of, and all the other new animes I've thought of, what I'm probably going to make, I've already figured out that I might actually already have 53 right now, or 59 animes I've actually might make. Seriously. And they all seem very good. Some of them might still need work, but I feel like that I want to make all those. Anime and video games come good towards my head. When I want to make a video game or when I want to make an anime, I just listen to music or something else or do something just to get inspired, like, you know, like talent of thinking about something, like music makes me think of stuff, makes me think of other things, and I've came up with a lot of video games as well. I came up with more horror games and a lot of other games, but I came up with the main game I might try to focus on. You know how they did that Halo series and all that, going from Halo 1, Halo 2? I'm not going to do this similar thing. I'm not going to copy off of Halo or anything, trust me. It's just the game I'm going to be making would be very, very outranking a lot of the games out there. Trust me, it might be in a huge hit, maybe. It's in a lot of the games and animes, they're always missing something. Mostly in games, they're always missing something, and we all try to figure out what they're missing, which they have too much limitations in the game. Like in Assassin's Creed. Seriously. If we were to have it our way, we would be able to do a lot more stuff instead of having boundaries of just accidentally jumping into shit. I don't hate Assassin's Creed, I like it a little bit. I played it, and I've beaten a lot of the games of Assassin's Creed, so. But, to explain, another thing what we cannot avoid in games, hackers, bullies, and all that. Well, in the game I'm planning to make, it's gonna be a little bit different and all that. And it's gonna be for the gamers out there. And there is a certain thing what happens to bullies in the game as well. I'm probably planning to make. If somebody be's a bully and if they get into a fight, they'll probably lose a lot of their equipment. Because like I said, I don't get it. How does the ranking make people good in the game? It's not supposed to. Rank doesn't mean shit. It's all about skill. Even in this game, it just matters about skill. It doesn't matter about somebody's goddamn rank. Why does people brag about their ranking? Do they think that they're better because they're a higher rank? It doesn't fucking matter about rank. All that matters is about skill, and I hate it when people fucking brag about rank. I've faced inheritors on Halo back then. And you say inheritors are fucking hard? When I was a rank 19, I kicked all the inheritors' fucking asses. I was a beginner at that point as well. Did not have that much skill with me. But my instincts of fighting came in hand in the game and kicked ass. Including I liked Halo after that, and I got trained by a group of people who were good with energy swords. I don't think that they play Halo anymore, so. But they taught me a lot of the stuff about certain things on the energy sword, like where you can actually instantly kill somebody with energy sword hilt. If you say that's a mod, no. It's not a glitch, it's not a mod or anything. There's a piece on the energy sword hilt, a couple pieces on the energy sword's hilt where you actually can easily insta-kill somebody, like how you can insta-kill them when you one-shot them with energy sword. And some people I think have been telling me that the energy swords suck on Halo 5. If that's true, I'm gonna be disappointed in the Halo creators, because what the fuck then? Oh yeah, and when I make this one game, I will be playing it, but I will not be entering any of the tournaments. If I do, I'll use a different type of character, and I will fucking enter certain tournaments with that, because one of my characters will be invincible, but he'll only be invincible just to be able to help out, because in certain games, when it's a very, very big game, this game, what I am making, is going to be a very big game, it's going to be a very fucking complex game, and all the people who join into that game, there is going to be an instruction manual, but it's not going to be what you think it is. You'll be surprised. Trust me, it's going to be a world of surprise for everybody of this game when I plan to make it. And I think I'll be probably 29 by the time it gets done. Or even 30 or 50. Because this game will be a big-ass motherfucking game. It'll be a long fucking game. And you say that you completed it? No. There is a completion part to the game, but I'm not going to say more than just this. I'm just going to say it takes, for one campaign, it takes over probably 3 summers to complete. 3 summers, you know what I mean by that. Or it takes 1 summer all the way for Christmas back to summer of the beginning of summer again. That's how long the campaigns take. Why am I making it like that? Because people get bored when a game ends too quickly, and this game will have ending. But at a certain part, it will take a long time, including in this game. To say, if you make a game what only lacks on skill, that's not copying. If people say, oh no, copying somebody because, oh no, making a game what refines only skill, that's a ton of bullshit right there as well. Nobody can sue you for that shit, because if they think that they could, then they're stupid as fuck. Every other game relies on skill, not by the fucking rank. So this game what I'm making will rely on skill as well. That's the only details what I'm giving you guys. This game will have a lot of shit in towards it, a lot of good stuff. Including, there's not going to be a lot of restrictions. There'll only probably be 4 or 5 restrictions in the game, so you could basically call it like real life. That's all I have to tell you about that game. And if it becomes a big hit, I'll make the second version of it. I've already got the second, the third. I've already got all the versions figured out, all the detailed into the game, and all the different types of species, completely. Seriously, I got it all figured out, and I don't have any of this written down. I have it all up in my head. Now you know why I forget half the anime characters' names. I have so much shit up in my head, it's hard to remember anything. So that's why I want to become a little bit better drawer on paper. So I can draw all this on paper. And make manga and all that as well. So yeah. But that's something I was talking about. To say another thing, I'm not going to sell out completely to a company, because I hope that companies out there do see this YouTube video as well, if they ever watch YouTube. That I'm never going to sell out to a company. I'm not a sellout. I don't want to be fucked over by a company. That's not how I roll. I like to keep the game how it is. Nothing changed. I want to keep my anime how I make it. Nothing changed. If a company wants to try to find a loophole, I won't leave any goddamn loopholes. I'm very serious of anime and video games. If I become a video game designer and anime designer, I'm going to be very serious about my work. And why am I doing it is mostly for the gamers out there. I feel like that there's always something missing in a game and an anime. And I found out what it all is, and it's restrictions. Too many fucking restrictions. Anime, there's not that many restrictions. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. They're just missing a couple quality parts. But not actually. It's good. It doesn't need to be changed or anything. But video games, a lot of video games these days have too many restrictions, and that's what pisses me off. Including the gunslinging games mostly. I'm not a big gun fan. I'm a fucking blade fan. I'm a sword user. I'm a sword user. I'm a blade user. I'm a scythe user. You give me a scythe or a blade or anything, I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. Seriously, I will fucking annihilate somebody. Including count that into real life as well. I mostly practice with real life swords and all that. And I have a throwing star. So, hooray. I can get throwing knives as well and practice with those. I have a two-bladed knife as well. And it has stars on it as well. I'm into masks and all that. No, I'm not into, like, I know what cosplay is. I'm into role-playing and all that. But, like, to say, I really want to make armor in the future. I might go to college for several different things. One, video game designing. Two, anime designing, just to learn a little bit more about it. I already know a lot about video game and anime designing. It's just I want to go to college for it just in case, for it to be prepared. Then I might try to do tattoo artist, which I'm not going to go to college for that, so that's not going to count. I'm going to go towards an engineer college as well. About machines, you know, like crane machines will fly around and all that different types of things. I've already know how to do that. I might go to a blacksmithing college as well, because I want to make my own armor, make my own helmets. I'm into knight and armor and all that. I'm into types of armor with claws and all that and different types of things. I'm kind of like that. If people want to judge me for that, they have no right. It's my own bashful sense and all that. I mean, like, there is times where I feel like that I was born in the wrong age. I feel like that I should have been born in the more Knight in Time age, the more mythical age. Because I really want to find weird stuff out there. I really want to find awesome stuff out there. If somebody says that they see a dragon, I want to find it. I believe in fairy folk. Who gives a shit if people judge me about that? It's my own opinion. I believe in fairy folk. I believe in ghosts. I believe in all that. You know what I mean by fairy folk, right? Leprechauns, pixies, and all that different types of stuff. I believe in that. And nobody can say it doesn't exist. Because there is no proof yet. That people cannot... Like, they said, oh no, there's proof that dragons don't... If somebody says because they weren't in the dinosaur age, that wasn't the mythical age. Dinosaur age was the olden age with dinosaurs. Mythical species weren't in the dinosaur age. If you can find it, and a dragon is counted as a mythical species. To explain, I've did a lot of researches on this. Like when I take interest into something, I find out it by myself without even using the internet. I find out without using the internet. I don't use the internet when I find this stuff out. Trust me, I know what the hell is a succubus. I know what a pixie, fairy, I know what different types of elves and all that different types of things because I'm into mythical folklore and all that. It's because that gets me feeling. Like, we all can say that everybody wants to feel like human, but I don't ever want to feel like a normal person. Because one, I cannot say that I feel human. That's one of my secrets that I have to put out there. I don't feel human. I have strange coincidences and all that. I have strange stuff what happens to me. And people think that's weird what I'm talking about. Who cares? It's my own opinion. And what stuff happens to me. Like, when I get cut, I heal very quickly. More faster than a normal person for some fucking reason. Like, I've been cut multiple times and all is left is a scar. And including, I've been shocked by electric. I've almost died 101 times. Actually, recount that 102 times because that one time I almost got ran over again. Seriously. I've stared death right in the eye and walked away from it. I've heard whispers. I speak a dead language. I see things are weird as fuck while other people would rather deny. I've faced against 3 demons. I've never been possessed before, and I've never been bathed in holy water. I believe in God and Satan, but I don't like both of them. And no, I'm not an atheist. If anybody calls me atheist, you're gonna piss me off very much, because I'm not. My cousin might be atheist, but I'm not. It's just, I don't trust God or trust Satan anymore. And to my beliefs, there's reasons, and I'm never gonna tell that secret of why have I stopped doing that. I used to go to church and all that, but I don't anymore. Including, I don't, usually pray, and I decided to pray for one friend, because, I care about my friends. If a friend asked me to pray, I would. I'm not gonna say why. It's personal. But, I don't pray. You wouldn't see me praying at all. I guess it kind of feels weird when I pray as well. That's something that I don't want to say, but I have to. It feels weird when I pray. It stings my hands a little bit. I don't like Satan or God for reasons, and I don't have anything against Christians or anything like that. It's just there's reasons. And I know it's people's religions. I don't judge religion. I guess I would have counted as kind of a Christian back then. But, I'm just gonna stop talking about this. It's starting to get me feeling a little bit downer and a little bit angry about just me talking about this. Because I realize that of all that talking about certain things, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about this, but I'm gonna still talk about stuff. But if people think this is weird what I talk about, then let them think it's weird. It's my own opinion. People can't judge me for it. It's my own reason, and weird stuff has happened to me. And if people wanted proof, and they asked me to take, how am I supposed to take pictures of facing a fucking poltergeist and facing 3 demons? When you're in that situation, you don't take pictures and waste your time and let the person stab you or anything like that. Seriously. Somebody's asked, like, I've actually had in the past, back then I think of certain things I've experienced for some people to ask me, take a picture, show the evidence. I'm not a dumbass. I'm not gonna go take a picture and end up coming back halfway fucking dead of bleeding and with one of my goddamn arms cut off. Or anything else bad. I'm not gonna go have that shit happen to me just to prove something. Because I know it's true. I don't have to listen to the person who comments on it and says it's not true. Because what I say, I mean the truth. Why would I fucking lie? I don't give a shit about fame. I don't want it. All I just want to do is speak what's on my mind of what I have dealt with. And what I've seen. And what I've experienced. Like, I'm somebody who usually has visions. I'm somebody who usually sees things. I'm somebody who usually has these rare experiences. I'm somebody who believes in magic. And not those cheap magic tricks with the cards and all that. Because that's not magic. That's just a fucking trick. Using a card and just pulling a rabbit out of the fucking hat. That's bullshit right there. That's making fun of magic right there. That's not magic. That's just a cheap parlor trick. To explain what I think magic is, it's about spells and all that. I found a spell book back then. I guess it was a good and evil thing back then, but I kind of understand it. It showed of something being tortured. It showed of a picture on the book of a girl in a swamp and all that. And I'd never seen a book like it. There was no other books in libraries like it. It was like a rare book, I guess. It was a girl with blue hair. The whole front of the book was blue, had a symbol on it, including the girl had dark eyes completely, and there was a swamp. It actually had some good things in there and some bad things. To explain, why am I explaining this? You notice that I'm saying a little bit of my secrets, because I just feel like that I should get out with this stuff. Just my really deepest, darkest secrets I'm never gonna fucking say. But to say I do have something. I have this mark on my arm, which I don't know what it is. Actually, I might know. It's shaped like an eye, kind of. Maybe. I woke up with it out of nowhere. Then I have a mark on my chest with a red dot, and that happened after when my skin started burning on my chest and all that, and I woke up with a red dot on my chest. All that. Just to explain, why am I even talking about this? I don't know. I feel weird about talking about this, because that's personal shit I shouldn't even be talking about, but I don't give a crap what people think of me if I talk about this. Because they shouldn't be thinking badly of me. They shouldn't judge me. Because all of us has experienced weird shit in our life, and we can't just judge somebody because we think that we haven't. You could say that you have never experienced a ghost, but you actually have. Because everybody experiences that sometime. Maybe they don't, maybe they do. Everybody experiences weird stuff, and it's not weird, it's natural. I think it's kind of like awesome to experience something like that. Like, say if somebody was to turn into a vampire, that would be awesome. I wouldn't judge them. I don't give a crap if somebody drinks blood. If somebody was to change into a werewolf or anything like that, I don't mind. I don't mind about spells, magic, fairy folk, or anything like that. Why do I make videos about this? Because I want to. People can't judge me. I'm not gonna brag and say, oh no, I killed 3 demons. I'm not a doofus like that. I just know I survived from 3 demons. I know I see the dead. I know I have visions. I know when the last time I walked past a church, I saw a type of vision, what seems like apocalypse. I've seen things and I've heard things and all that. I've saw a vision of a waterfall with a girl just out of nowhere, sounded like it was next to my ear. Started talking to me, and I woke up like fucking with my head came up fast out of the bed. See, to explain all that, a lot of those are secrets, and I don't mind saying them on there because I'm not afraid to say what I've experienced. I'm not afraid to say what I've seen. I'm not afraid of my visions. I'm not afraid of anything. I have no goddamn fear. People want to say that everybody has a fear, but that's not true. If you have a fear, then okay. It makes you normal, I guess. Everybody who has a fear makes them normal. But I don't have fear. I don't give a shit if I die. I don't give a shit if I go to war against something. I don't give a shit if I actually get my arm cut it off and still fight towards the death. I don't care. Because I don't give a shit if I die. It doesn't matter to me. Why would it matter to me? I guess it just doesn't. I guess I never feared death. I guess I've always embraced it because I've always seen death always around. Things that I know, things that I usually cherish, dies. Things that family members and all that. And certain things, death is always around us. In everything, there's always life and death. And everybody has to know that at a certain point. And, you know, I care about everybody. And if any of this weirds you guys out, sorry. It's just, this is what I wanted to talk about, and I'm talking about it. But back to video game design and anime designing. To explain, I'm planning to give out free copies of certain video games. Why? when I do make them, because only a couple free copies, and that will be closely towards my friends and my family members, people who I'm close to. But just need to say, I'm probably just gonna be done with talking about video games and anime. To say one question. This is a type of pop quiz question, I guess. If you guys had a choice to take a cursed weapon, what would change your life forever and no longer make your life normal? A, would you take her, or B, would you rather leave it, or C, go and take it and then go to a different dimension? Which one would you choose of those? Because for me, I would choose the one that would change my life forever. I would. I guess, to say of my depression, I guess I just feel dead. Always, half the time. Hiding behind a smile nonstop. Because it's kind of hard to tell if I'm actually really smiling. I don't really smile because my face is not used to it. I don't really be happy. Because there is no happiness, I guess, for me. I haven't given up on anything. It's just my true self is depression. I'm always depressed. I don't put up a smile because my face gets stuck like that. I'm always with a frickin' frown. But I try to act all happy, and people say that I'm predictable, because I've actually had some people back then in school say I was predictable. Well, I'm not. I just act that way. I act stupid, I act predictable, and I act all happy. I act all kind and sweet. I don't actually act kind and sweet. I'm a nice guy. But everybody has true nature and all that. My niceness is half of my true nature. Not even half, a portion of it. Where there's always light, there's always darkness. Everything has sin and everything has innocence. You can't just say that everything of darkness needs to be purified, because how does everybody know that something in the darkness is not even good? Darkness and light can have their own choice. And how do we know that some of the things from the light are not sin itself? How do we know that some things in the darkness are not pure of heart? We don't. And we can't just judge somebody by how they are. Because if you do that, then you don't deserve to judge. You don't deserve to do anything then. Because you can't just judge somebody how they look. You can't just judge somebody how they act. Completely. Say if there was a new species came out of nowhere, who had different cultures and all that different types of stuff, and, you know, people start judging them. And what happens if somebody tried to attack one of them? You know what I would do? I would take that hit for the other species and have myself pounded to a bloody pulp instead of having the other person being hurt. Because judging somebody and going against a different person is wrong. And saying, oh no, this is the innocent way, we're gonna hurt this person because, you know, they don't belong here. Well, who has the right to say that? As we know it, we are not actually the rulers of planet Earth, if we figure this out. We're not considered as the rightful owners of it. The planet owns itself, if you actually figure it out. The planet owns itself, nobody else owns it. And we're basically hurting it with all of our freaking gasoil shit and all that in our factories. We're killing it with our cars. We're killing it with our factories. And we're killing it with the pollution. And how is this what we pay respects and thanks towards? A planet where we can breathe, live, and have fun? Are we just gonna let it waste away and all of a sudden out of nowhere, if the world does come to an end, and if one of the reasons why it comes to an end is because of our own arrogance and letting the planet die? By our own greedy-ish selfishness? See what I'm getting towards? at times I can act stupid and all that, but when it comes towards thinking, I think outside the box. I think of what happens if something happens. What happens if things were to end? Whose fault would it be? Would it be no one's, or would it just be the greed's fault? Would it be the people who had the greed and decide to destroy stuff? Or would it just end because of a certain thing because we deserved it? See what I mean? I don't think normally because I don't want to. Thinking normally, you don't get things done if you always think normally. You always have to think outside the box. And that's how I feel. Well, I feel like that this video is about to end soon, and I'm going to cut it short right here. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Leave a comment below, and slice the living crap out of that like button. If you guys were weirded out by this video, sorry about that. I'm just saying what's on my mind, saying what's from what I had to deal with all this time. And you know how people have those special abilities and all that. Of seeing the dead and having visions and all that. I have those. I have visions more than dreams to say. And to say I don't like saying those because a lot of this is my secrets and all that. And I don't like saying them, but I just have to because I just feel like it. I don't give a crap if people judge me. I'm not scared. But you know, to say, yeah, leave a comment below, slice the living crap out of the like button, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next Dev Zone. Bye.